Hi, this is Craig at Loop. I hope you're having a good day. I have some good news. Starting tomorrow, we'll be having in-store shopping here at Loop in Center City. Our hours for September are Wednesday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Saturday from 11 to 3. We're going to start slow with one person at a time. If you would please have your mask on and keep your mask on. We do have hand sanitizer at the door just inside the entrance, so if you would use that when you first come in. And then if you would just try to keep a 6-foot distance from whoever's working that day. If you can, have your pattern ready if you know what you'd like to make, or maybe just have an idea of what you'd like to make. We have plenty of samples, of course, still in the store, and you'll have time to look around and see what inspires you. One of the things that's still ongoing and may inspire you is the clearance sale. We decided to extend it for an extra week. And we made all of the discounts deeper. So if you haven't taken advantage of it yet, or if you have and still might want something more, take a look. On the website, there's plenty to see, but if you can get to Loop West, they have still a pretty good supply of things that are on sale. Loop West is on Westchester Pike in Newtown Square. And it's easy to get to from 476. It's not very far from the Havertown, Newtown Square exit. So it might be nice just to take a drive and see. They are open Tuesday through Saturday. I made some progress on my cobblestone pullover that I wanted to show you. This is the first sleeve that I finished. I am loving this marl. I think it looks great. And I hadn't used one of the marls before. I will say it's great to be knitting with shelter again. I think I told you that I've knit many sweaters out of shelter, and it's light, it's very easy to work with, it feels good in your hands, it's like very woolly, so I'm really enjoying it. The pattern has you, when you finish the sleeve, put the underarm stitches on waste yarn, which I did here, but I needed my needle to do the next sleeve, so I put the remainder of the stitches on a different piece of waste yarn. A mistake that I made once, and only had to make it once to learn my lesson, you don't want to use the yarn from your project to put your stitches on hold. You definitely want to use something that's different, preferably a different color. Sometimes I like to use something that's even thinner if I have a little leftover sock yarn. It just makes it a lot easier when you go to put them back on the needle. So that's the first one that's finished, and here's the second one that's in progress. So hopefully this will be finished by the weekend. It's not cold yet, but it is getting cooler, and I'm ready to have a new sweater as soon as I can. I don't know if you follow us on Instagram, so if you don't, please do. But Laura posted a picture of a sweater that she had to rip out, which, yes, is very sad. But I did want to just talk about ripping out for a minute because, there are times when something is not right or not the way you want it. And for me, I'm always tempted to just put it aside and cast on for something new. But the longer I've been knitting, and I think as I've matured, I've realized that it's worth the time to stop and either rip back or just rip out entirely. Laura was knitting a sweater with hand-dyed yarn, and all of the skeins looked the same, so she just started on her way and then realized that there really was a difference in the dye lot, and she wouldn't wear it if she didn't rip back. So she took her needle out and just started to do that. If you can, I find it's less painful if I can just reattach the ball winder and do it quickly. It's actually kind of fun to watch it go back. It goes out a lot faster than it goes in. But once you've done that, and if you can just cast right back on and get going, if it's something that you're really enjoying, and this is a yarn she's knitting with Impressions, which is a mohair from Madeline Tosh, and it's beautiful, and she's really happy, with the fabric. So Laura just ripped it all out and then put it right back on. Speaking of hand-dyed yarns, it's a good idea to alternate to avoid that problem if the skeins are really more different than they look. So if you're working in the round, you can work from 2 balls and alternate every other round or every 2 rounds. If you're knitting flat, every 2 rows, because you kind of go there and back again, and then your yarn stays at the same spot. You can just drop the old one and pick up the new one. Or you can just alternate at the transition. So when you're maybe 3/4 of the way done with the first ball, you can alternate with the second ball to kind of ease into it. It all depends on the yarn you're using and how near or far apart the different colors are. But anyway, I was glad to see that she posted. I was glad she ripped it out because I knew she really liked it, but it wasn't the way she wanted it to be. And I was glad that she posted it because ripping out is just a part of knitting. Okay, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.